Welcome to Messy Christian Mamas. We are three Christian moms with a progressive mindset and loving hearts and minds. We are imperfect humans, but we're all loved in God's sight. At some point, we've all felt like the church and Christianity may not have been for us, but God isn't looking for perfection. He's just looking for you.
We are not experts in Christian theology, and we do not represent any particular Christian faith or church. We are simply here to be authentic, and we hope you join us on this journey.
Here we have the Messy Christian Mamas and the second takeover. Messy Christian Daughters Take 2, Back to School. Yeah.
Welcome back. We're so glad to have you guys with us and our daughters as well, so God help us all. We are here to talk about back to school. Who's excited about back to school?
Is it weird that I'm the only one with my mouth shut?
I was saying no.
In general, yes.
So I have a question.
Oh, but wait, can we introduce ourselves?
Oh
real
yeah,
quick?
let's introduce ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley. Well, go ahead.
So I'm Ashley. Good be sorry.
I'm Kendra.
I'm Kaylee. Sorry, I have a gummy in my mouth.
And these are the daughters that you guys say who you belong to, too.
Oh, and my name is Sophia, and I belong to Ashley.
My name is Charlotte, and I belong to Kaylee.
My name is Addison. I belong to nobody, but my mom gave birth to me, who is Ashley.
Okay.
My name is Olivia SM, and I belong to no one, but I suppose I could belong to this woman over here, Kendra.
Okay, I was going to say it's a
Baby.
Awesome. So I have a question, and I'm going to start with Charlotte. What are you most excited about for going back to school?
Okay,
Or this year?
Yeah, I'm excited about a lot of stuff for back to school. I'm excited for a lot of stuff for back to school this year because it's 4th grade, one more year to go, and then I'm hitting middle school, and I'm excited for middle school. I just want to go ahead and skip the grade already. And my mom's saying, nope, you're not even going to try. Don't even think about it. But I'm excited because Addison, she got Miss Cole.
Yay, Miss Cole,
Last
you're
year.
awesome. Shout out to
If you're
Cole.
listening, Miss Cole, you're awesome. But no, I really want to get Miss Cole, and if I do, it's probably going to be the best year ever. No offense to other teachers that are listening, but
What?
Okay, well that's exciting. So, Addison, what about you? What are you most excited about for this year?
So I'm most excited about actually being a good 5th grader. Because as I said last year, all the 5th graders, the 1st graders were better than them, basically.
yeah.
Yes, the 1st graders
Because I
literally acted better than the 5th graders. Because the whole time they talked, I think they even talked a little bit during the milestones.
I could
And,
actually
like-
hear them from the 3rd grade hall.
Yeah.
First,
So,
I was like,
yeah.
4th grade's doing that, and then I realized it was 5th grade. Because
5th grade, yeah. The 5th grade, they last year, I don't know what was going on there.
All right, let's concentrate on your year coming up.
But I'm
What are you excited for?
Yeah, I'm going to hope that this generation of 5th graders is actually going to act like 5th graders and be a good
Not-
generation.
not
Also,
like we
all my
can.
friends are going to be in the same class. Well, not all my friends, because then there's Olivia who's homeschooled, and then Charlotte who's in going into 4th grade. When the 2 of my friends from my class that I had, actually last year, I don't know how to say it, but I guess last year. And then one of my friends who wasn't in my class, but now is. So we're all going to be in the same class. Yay!
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So, Olivia, you have a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that are the 5th graders, like, what were the
hey doing that was disruptive that you're not?
I don't think.
Actually, talking loudly.
Yeah, they're being children. Let's move on to
So,
what we're doing.
Sophia, what are you most excited about for this year?
Well, I'm excited to meet my teacher again, and also I really want to know who's going to be in my class this year, and also what do you guys think of your kids going to school next year?
We're turning the tables.
Excited.
Can we answer that in just a moment? Because Olivia's going to say what she's excited about for school, and then we'll answer that question.
Well, I'm excited for school because I'm going to be going into 7th grade. And also, speaking of Mom, I would like to go to a regular school as well.
Really?
Yeah. But
Today.
I'm excited just to be in 7th grade.
Well, that's cool. What do you think you'll do this year that might be exciting in 7th grade? Any ideas?
Hopefully there's less math.
Oh, no. That's so cute.
Yeah.
No. Math doesn't go down as you get
Right.
older.
Actually, I
Sorry.
think I remember in 7th grade, that's when it really got really hard, actually. Even more hard.
I bumped my head against the wall because it's my favorite sport. That was written by Kendra Milburn.
By the way, just for a quick shout out to all of you guys who are kind of confused or just think that she is like, I don't know, older. I don't know how to say it. Like with normal school, but you know,
Older than us.
yeah. I was gonna say, she's homeschooled, so and she has like shorter breaks. That's what you said, right? Shorter breaks and stuff.
How old is she?
Short breaks, very short breaks. So then that means more time to finish grades. So she finishes grades a lot faster than us. She's the same age as me, 10. And then there's Charlotte, who's 9, going into 4th grade. And then Sophia, who's 7, who said she was the most mature out of all of us.
It's a lie.
Earlier, she was literally running around.
She was
And we had to capture, literally capture her and drag her back here because she tried to, run away, basically.
But you had a great question. So what was your question again? Say it again.
How about you guys say what you're feeling like about us going to school next year and how you guys feel about us going to school?
I love that question.
Great one.
I am excited to see, especially Addie going into 5th grade. That's such a cool year, being the oldest in the school, and you get to do these awesome projects. I'm excited to see what you do in 5th grade. I'm excited that JD's going into pre-K, that is just a big kid now, and Sophia going into 2nd. And in my mind, kindergarten and 1st grade are sort of little kid grades, and 2nd grade is when you start to really get into the harder stuff. And so
Yeah, that's exciting. 2nd grade is such a fun year.
That was a fun.
I'm excited to see what you guys do this year.
For me, 1st grade was the funnest year because I had one of the best teachers, Miss Messer, but whatevs. We're not going to talk
I
about that.
also get my own computer this year.
That's
Whoa.
right. I forgot. 2nd grade is Chromebook year. That's
Yeah, we
right.
Oh yeah, you get to play with Canva.
Oh, you get to play with Canva. Oh, and in technology.
I
Miss
forgot that
Americas.
2nd grade was a Chromebook year.
We are not
Second
sponsored
grade
by
tech-
Canva or Chromebooks yet, but we're open. Call us.
How about you guys?
I'm excited just to get back to a routine. Summer is such a disruption to our routine, and I thrive off of routine. And I know the girls say they don't like routine, but I just see parenting is so much easier when there's a routine, and I feel behavior is a lot better, bedtime's a lot easier.
Expectations are clear.
Expectations are
Yeah.
clear.
For myself as well.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what every week is going to bring. I know exactly, my job gets a lot easier as far as what I actually do for my job. And my job as a mom is harder because I basically turn into a chauffeur during the school year. But I know what to expect every week. And it's just so nice knowing that this day we have this and this day we have that. And then it's just easier to plan plan things. So
Yeah.
what about you?
I agree with that.
What about you, Kendra?
I am really excited. I teach preschool, so I am excited to see my little kids again. I'm going to be a lead teacher in our classroom this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to be with like 2.5-year-olds, and they're so sweet, getting their sweet little hugs and their cute little faces.
Their little squishy faces.
They're squishy faces. Yeah, they're adorable. So I'm excited about that. And for Olivia going back to school, I'm just excited to see her continue to build on the things that she's learned. So just a little clarification. Olivia is a couple years ahead in grades, but we've slowed that the fast track down. She was more on the fast track when she was younger, and it just kind of happened that way. And then we said, well, let's pull this back and just do a year per year.
Yeah.
So now that's why we are where we are.
That's the cool thing about homeschool, I think, that you can move at the pace you need to and speed it up or slow it down, whatever you need. That's
And
cool.
and per subject too. So like it's something where you can like fly through reading if you're really strong in like English and everything. But if math, you could be 7th grade reading, but like 4th grade math because you just gotta. Yeah, that is the cool thing about homeschool.
And I teach music at our preschool too, so she even gets to come with me on those music days, which is fun. So she enjoys helping out with the little kids too sometimes.
That's very cool.
Something she really enjoys doing, right?
Yeah.
Say it.
She nodded, by the way, guys.
I was gonna say because you said don't use our hands.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say that homeschool is great for that, but I still would rather be in a public school because then, like, you get to see your friends every day. You can make new friends, and plus, you just like. All of my life have been super introverted, and like when we started going to this church, and I would say really only a couple, maybe even just last year, I started learning like how to be social. Like a couple years ago, that's actually when I met my friends here.
Well, we're gonna actually kind of touching on that though. So I teach y'all's Sunday school class in at this particular church. I teach 4th and 5th grade, and there are some things that we are looking to expand on this year. So you will have more opportunities to meet with your friends during the week. It won't just be on Sunday mornings. We are looking to expand Sunday school to give, because we do have quite a few homeschoolers and people that go to different schools that aren't able to meet all the time. So we are looking into expanding that. So
Yes, Addie.
I just wanted to say this. Charlotte, I heard that you're going to 4th grade, and I know you're going to 4th grade.
Why are you
know
squeezing
what?
my
I
arm?
told you this. Sorry, but I need to tell you this. 4th grade is the year where math gets harder, where reading gets harder, where writing gets harder.
Goodbye.
So be warned.
It's
warned.
just the math part. No. Bye.
Charlotte can handle
I'm
it.
out.
I was gonna say I don't know how.
Pretty sure Charlotte can
I don't know
handle
how Charlotte plans on being a space scientist with this aversion to math that we've created.
Math is really hard in 4th grade.
You haven't even been in 4th grade. You're going into 2nd.
Addie told me.
Yeah, but you don't know
Also,
what
she's
the
seen my
rules.
homework.
Yeah, true.
I really dislike math too. Like, division is what.
It's hard.
Division, yes.
I wish I could tell you guys that you don't have to use it in real life,
Division
but
chuck me out the window.
you do.
Yes. Chuck division out of the window. Division
Something you
is
guys
the
have to use
worst.
every day, so I hate to break it to you, but math
doesn't
never
stop.
goes away.
Yeah.
Well, as a music tech teacher, I'm excited about going back
I
to
live in
school
a
too. I'm excited about like ideas for this year. I have like a lot of good energy this year. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about my teacher friends going back too. Like as a former teacher, I love when my teacher friends go back to school because I love hearing like everything that's doing. And because I've been because I was a teacher, I love when my teacher friends also call me to like bounce things off of me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks. Even if you don't use it, it still makes me feel important.
And Ashley, sorry, you've been decorating your classroom this week, right?
I'm a workaholic, and so I brought my kids to school with me this week, and we've been redecorating my room.
I can't imagine how helpful they were.
I tried to make.
helpful a little bit.
I mean, Addie and Sophie would be super helpful, but then the other two.
Actually, the other two will not Dale. The other two will not Dale.
There
There was only one.
Just that little.
But I just wanted to say this real fast. I was crowned the queen of the room. So honestly, I wasn't helpful at all because I had to kept on watching them and making sure that they don't set the whole room on fire.
Again, Addison, I
Which
hate to
could
break it to you.
happen quite
You're the
easily.
oldest. Like, that's her job. It's not going to change. I tell you, 38 years later, my
From
role
one
has not
oldest
changed.
to another.
Yeah, it has not changed.
All right, Sophie, what do you want to say?
And Mom, you also have a lot of energy this year to take care of some crazy kids there.
Middle school.
I'm gonna figure out middle schoolers this year. It's been weird. I'm gonna figure it out.
And
Bless
us,
you.
we're gonna make you go cuckoo.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, that's too late.
Okay, so the next question is, how are you guys going to show good Christian values or God's love, this coming school year? And Olivia, I understand that you're homeschooled, but like with your friends that you're going to see during the week and to your mom and dad and everything. So what are some ways that we can show God's love and good Christian values during the school year? Addie, you want to start?
I'm trying to get stickiness off me.
Oh, God.
Olivia, start. Go ahead.
So I think it, like, I think that, like, just being nice to people that you don't know and, like, new kids and stuff. And if somebody is being mean to you or someone else, to, like, stand up for yourself or stand up for them. And also, Charlotte told me about something at her school where there was a girl who, like, everyone at her school went to church, but that girl didn't, and they were making fun of her because of it, and, like, standing up for her, and I think, like, that's a really good thing to do as well.
Well, I'm surprised with my dad, I really go to church at all, and I'm never bullied for it. I've even told people before. We, like, go to the same school.
It may be that she wasn't a Christian.
She wasn't.
Oh.
Addie, you want to answer?
Okay. I haven't got all the stuff off, but I can still talk.
Good.
So
Don't worry, it's not poisonous, guys. It's not poisonous.
I don't think anybody would have
Get
thought
your
it
Jamba
was
Juice
poisonous.
fruit gummies at Walmart. Half off.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
okay, so I really don't know.
How you can show being a good Christian and God's love at school?
I guess just do what I usually do. I just have to try to solve arguments, but it usually doesn't work, and at the end, it just blows off over like a week or two. Sometimes there was once where it was like a month, but
Well, I've actually watched you do this. I've seen it in action.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a talent, man.
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Me and Charlotte
Were-
get into
yeah.
arguments like for each other existing, really. And we are very angry at each other for that sometimes.
Where I accidentally hit her with a stick on accident when JJ was trying to get the snapping turtle in the pond
I think-
on accident.
I think that was 2 years ago. I think there have been much more recent
No, that was
Yeah.
incidents.
But the point is that
like a
I've
lot.
seen you, Addie, dissolve those arguments, diffuse them so that they get along by the end of them. They
Oh,
put their
thanks.
differences aside, and I've been really impressed with your ability to do that.
Thanks. Sometimes.
Peacekeeper.
Yeah.
So my clap kind of just sounds like slow almost because it's like stop.
just do it like this.
The sticky hand clap.
Charlie,
That's not
what
even
can
working.
you do?
There's like some right here.
Okay. What I can do to act like a Christian during the school year is when I get to the point of rage to just shut my mouth and write down what I'm thinking, tear it up, and put it in the trash. My mom and grandma always taught me, more so my grandmother, but whenever I have bad thoughts, she would make me write it down on paper towel, and she would get a lighter. We would go outside, and she would light up.
Oh.
may it burn to the ground.
Yeah.
More so it could,
Sinister stuff.
more so it would go up to God, so he would take
Yes.
them out of my head.
Oh, I was
It's not to
thinking,
go to Satan.
I was thinking it was more of a go back from whence you came.
Sophie, how can you show God's love at school next year?
Well, whenever somebody's feeling sad or hurt, I would probably help them feel better or help them up if they fell or help make them feel better with the hurt.
I love that.
I love that.
So helping people, showing empathy. You guys know what empathy is?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can help. What is empathy? You can describe it.
I
Go for Charlie. Go for Charlie.
Okay. Empathy is kind of like sympathy, except that you're showing. Empathy is basically the act of showing sympathy, but doing something about it. Sympathy is just feeling bad for someone and being like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened, and then just leave it alone. Empathy is if someone tells you something bad happened, then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, how can I help? And you try to help them go through it.
And sort of like being able to feel someone else's feelings,
Yeah.
whether they're good or bad, being able to feel other people's feelings.
Once, a really long time ago when I was teensy tiny, Sophia got in trouble. She was also really teensy tiny.
really teensy tiny. Really.
And she was getting in trouble at Nana's. We were being like watched. I don't know what you ended up doing. I don't know.
What's
Maybe
that
at a
do?
game or something. I don't know.
What did I do?
But I forgot. You got in trouble for something. I think you were actually talking back. You were a sassy baby. Also,
I need to see pictures. Give me pictures.
A sassy baby, but
it's because she was also the queen of acting one way in front of adults and another way in front of kids.
I think that's all children in general.
Yeah.
So what happened when she was being a sassy baby?
I think she was talking back, or like maybe even broke something.
And then what happened?
And then she got in trouble. I had to go to timeout. And then she was like crying and stuff, and I felt really bad for her. And I was so tiny, and my brain was like, sympathy. And then I just started crying and said, "Oh, I'm poor Sophie, Mom."
Yeah, because you were crying because she was crying. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
I start crying when I
I
see someone
felt
cry.
really bad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a sympathetic crier.
And you said really like this, really bad for.
I think empathy is
Yeah,
one of
it's
like a
like
really great way to show God's love.
I saw this video, and it was the perfect act of empathy. And this little boy, they're both like twins, and they were at least 1.5 years old. And this 1.5-year-old little boy pushed his sister into the door, and she started crying because it had hit her on the forehead. And so his parents were like, go apologize, go say sorry. And he just goes right up to the door and just bangs his head onto the door to put himself through the same pain. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And then starts crying on the floor with her. It was so cute.
I think that's less sympathy and empathy and kind of being a bit stupid. You think
Actually, I think he was doing that to get out of trouble.
I think he was probably doing
Because
that
little
because he
kids-
felt bad for his sister.
I was gonna say, because I've met little kids who are extremely smart. JJ was the person who taught me how to get out of a window, because once he was actually in timeout, Mom. I don't know if you know this, but he was in timeout once. He opened up the window and went out. Like, no one wanted to
Yes,
know.
I did know.
Sneak out ninja.
Yeah. Your mom was on the other side of the window, waiting,
Right.
because she's JJ's mother and understands
It's like
that any escape hatch that child is near is going to get through.
I always use the windows to get out of Miss Ashley's house when we're playing hide and run.
Me too.
Also, sponsoring Addie's new game, Hide and Run. It's the best game ever. We'll explain the instructions in the bio. Thank you.
Oh wait, are we recording right now?
Unfortunately.
Our poor listeners, man.
Well, as a teacher, I have a couple ways this year I want to focus on to show God's love. It's an election year, which is going to be really tricky. But I think it's a moral goal for teachers to not like preach their politics or anything, or like say hooray for this side and hooray for that side. That you really have to be indifferent as a teacher, and I think that's really the moral thing to do. To like explain like maybe what's going on with government, but you don't. So you have to just like keep everything nice and cool and peaceful,
And make sure that the kids are not repeating things that they're hearing and they're listening to, because all these ads are going to start coming out and everything like that, and it depends on what home they're being raised in. So just kind of having a neutral,
like building an atmosphere of respect.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of my main goals this year. Another goal is to foster like human interaction, because I teach music technology, so it's a lot of staring at screens. And so I'm really trying to think of some ideas of like how kids can like play games together and make eye contact and conversation. I'm trying to like build that into all of my lessons, because I think that God wants us to be in fellowship. I think God wants us to have relationships with each other.
Yeah.
So those are two things I'm really focusing on as a teacher.
yeah.
I love that. I think in general in my life, I would say in all areas of my life, because it is an election year, it's a good time to do it, Ashley. But I think trying to at all times prioritize my Christianity over my politics.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, probably going to be more of a challenge at sometimes than others, but I want to challenge myself to do that this year. So I'm excited to make God shine through in that way in my life. Yeah. What about you, Kaylee?
I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to this year, especially with the 4th and 5th graders with Sunday school, is kind of taking advantage of the momentum we got last year and really digging into them learning about the Bible. And I think once they learn the basics of the Bible, that's really going to help their Christianity, and so that it extends beyond Sunday. So I think one of the most important things that I noticed when I was teaching, the Bible to middle schoolers was how often they then used the Bible when they were feeling anxious or sad or happy or angry. And I very much look forward to the 4th and 5th graders being able to do that going forward. And I think it's really important that they start to learn to have a faith of their own and not just their parents' faith or their church's faith, that they really have a personal relationship.
I love that.
Yes, Olivia.
I just wanted to say that I think that what Miss Ashley is doing there with like not saying anything about like political environment stuff is like very good, especially with like that's like their parents for them to tell them about and then for them to decide about once they're old enough, and not for anyone else to meddle with.
All right. Well, I think we're all excited about back to school for different reasons, right? I think we all have a lot to look forward to this year. Anybody else have any closing thoughts before we wrap up this second take for the Messy Christian Daughters?
Yeah.
I said, Charlotte, go ahead.
Maybe don't. I
No,
have.
second.
Well, I'll let Olivia go first because I have a big thing to say. So go ahead.
Thanks, Charlotte. I was gonna say that I definitely think that anyone who's listening to this, just remember to always listen to the Holy Spirit in you, and not to let anyone who, well, like except your parents and your teachers, tell you like what to do or who to be. Charlotte.
Okay, I have. This is kind of something I saved for the last minute. I have a question for all the moms, and I guess the daughters can answer, but I know that we all have routines when you go back to school. and we have favorite parts, least favorite parts, or we don't want to do it, we do want to do it. How long does it take? What's the average time to let you get used to no routine when it goes into the summer, and for you to get used to a routine going into the school year?
You're waking up early next week. You're not getting out of this.
All right.
I like
3
waking
days for both. 3 days to like get out of it and finally relax, and 3 days to get into it and feel okay with it.
All right, Miss Kaylee, aka Mother.
We're waking up at 6 next week.
No.
It takes us an entire week to get used to it.
No. It takes you.
She's trying to get out of the fact that I told her the week before school goes back she has to get up early and we have to start doing our routine.
Yeah.
Miss Kendra, would you
I've
like
actually
to
been trying the
answer?
past couple days, and we're going to bed at 11.
Yeah, no.
Miss-
Bedtime's changing.
Yeah.
Morning time's changing.
Mine
all of
has
that.
been, I wake up pretty early on most days, just because I'm teaching classes and things like 4 days a week right now already. So
You've
I have
kept
to
a
wake
pretty
up
good
early.
routine throughout the summer.
Yeah, I pretty much have.
Olivia, would you like to answer?
I actually like getting up early. I seriously,
One
I
person.
love it. I love getting up early. Like, but the worst thing is that like
I'll remember that.
I'm a night owl and a morning person, so I go to bed late and get up early, which does not work in my favor a lot of times. But hey, we'll find a way. And also, I do not like getting up late, but it happens a lot in the summer, so I'm actually excited about it. My dad waking me up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So, Addie, how long does it take you to get used to the routine of waking up?
A whole year. Okay.
Charlotte, how about you?
Okay, so to answer my question, my mom said it takes at least a whole week. It takes a bit longer than that. It takes a mix of what my mom said and what Addie said, and then also a mix of 1 second. If there's something fun going on, I'll go to bed late and be like, oh, I'll wake up early. I'll wake up late in the morning so I won't miss it too much. Or I'll go to bed early, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna wake up at the right time, and I'm gonna be able to do this. And I usually wake up at around 3 a.m. and I get scared during the school year when I wake up early, because I wake up around 2:30 and like, please go back to sleep, because you know the myth about scary things happening at 3 a.m. So I'm like, go back to sleep, please. And as soon as it hits 3 a.m., I'll say, hey Google, what time is it? And it'll say, it is 2:59 a.m. And I'll be like, okay, get your gear. I literally have a cup of water in my bed. I have a stick in my bed. And I go get a flashlight. And I go get a flashlight. Well, I normally have the cup of water on my bedside table, but I'll go get a flashlight from the bathroom and go put it in
like
there.
part of the school routine.
Yeah. It takes me a
My mom
while.
also doesn't make her bed.
Charlotte, sorry, but that's why of all my friends, I couldn't live with you for that. I couldn't.
Oh, there are many reasons why you wouldn't be able to live with Charlotte. That's the least of them.
I think there are some days for school that, like, if I know something fun is gonna happen, I have like a really fun lesson planned or something, I can like hop out of bed, and it's not hard at all to get up, you know.
The first day of school, I'm up at like 5:30 and like, let's go!
Yeah.
Sophie, would you like to answer?
Don't even slow down before I kick you out the car.
Yeah. Usually, how long it takes me to get used to the routine. It usually literally only take me like 2 days, because I usually wake up early anyway. At all in any day.
So I'm not the
I
one
usually
who
wake up
sleeps in
before
late.
anybody in
You're
the
just the one who
summer.
sleeps in
And
early.
then I'm like, for some reason in summer, I wake up before school starts in summer. I wake up after school starts in school time, so
I
I don't
know.
know if I will.
You get tired.
Probably because you're like, oh, it's summer. I don't have any boundaries, and I'm fine if I wake up
You have
early.
tons of boundaries.
Well, like with
That's
my
not how that works.
cousin, whenever
Wee,
we
let's go
go
to Foot Spot.
on the vacation, my cousin would always wake up at like noon. But then apparently she told me that like she gets up way before school starts at school time. But I'm like the exact opposite. At school time I'm like sleeping in as late as I can, and in summer I'm like, okay, we're awake, let's do this. And then my dad's like, get back to sleep.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a great year at school.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, should we say a quick prayer for back to school?
I love it. Let's do it.
Back to school.
Lord, please help guide us and direct us as we all head into this new year, the school year for some of us, and just a brand new year to support our young daughters and children as they head into their school year for others. Lord, please help us, bless us this year as we learn more and we become better and we try to shine the light of our Christianity out to everyone that we come in contact with. In your holy name, amen.
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 Thank you for listening to this episode of Messy Christian Mamas. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Until next time, embrace the mess, share the love, and shine your light bright, my friends.